welcome to the Cake Station podcast. Today, our guests are Helmsman.
Hello, my name is Helmsman. You can find me at my Twitch at twitch.tv/H3LMSMAN. Helmsman.
Wonderful. And this is Sarge.
Hello, I'm Sarge. I'm the other half of Cake. By title and not by nature.
And this is Tina from the KRWBY.
You're like, oh, what's your name again? Hi, I'm Tina. I play Ruby over at Ruby Abridged and help organize that madness. Woo.
Can you imagine that? We got a celebrity appearance on our second podcast ever.
No, I'm a potato.
I don't know what we have lined up for this. Oh, right. Okay. So just real quick, just a few hours ago, the news was broken that Peter Mayhew, the actor of Chewbacca, died on April 30th. So, a farewell to him. May he rest in peace.
I can't make that noise.
Rest in peace, Mr. Mayhew.
So what is the first topic?
Well, the first topic is technically, how are we all doing? It's been a month since the last podcast.
I'm doing great. I haven't animated since Laser 2.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. I gotta get that script done. Don't remind me. I have so much work to do.
It's cool. I will do anything to make sure that the animation is postponed.
No, and I will be the one to counteract that.
But I will do it happily.
This is what Sarge do. He take cake, small neck, and bring it out like dirty dab dish towel.
Oh, you don't even know the half of it.
You gonna buy him dinner first?
Of course.
It's part of protocol.
That's happened before. You've already bought me a bunch of pizza.
Yeah.
I've bought you a pizza once.
Well, yeah, one time, but it was a good one time. You were playing Roblox.
So I'll start with like projects and the whatnot that I've been through. So in the month that we between the first episode and the second episode, which is what this one will be, started streaming on Twitch, which has been a pretty good time. Currently, I am simultaneously playing a game called Outward, which is like an open world RPG. It's actually truly open world for what I seem, because
pure open world.
There's like quests, but like I don't know what to do. So I'm just like, hey, let's go over there and do some shit.
You were a good host.
And then also, I started going through the entirety of the Persona series. We got like 20% of the way through Persona 1 last time, so not too bad, not too shabby.
Lord.
I could. And I also, have caught up on my Star Wars lore for the most part.
Wait, what Star? Oh, the new stuff. Like
Master and Apprentice, and then Dooku Lost had come out this month as well.
How was Dooku Lost?
Dooku Lost is fantastic, and we'll get to that later.
Awesome.
Yeah, gotcha.
As well as Dark Visions, the new Darth Vader.
Nice.
I've been 3D modeling a lot. That's been fun. I
saw that.
I made Bumblebee from Ruby. Which
put that up on screen.
Hang on. Image here.
Don't worry.
Yeah, is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Editing.
There it goes.
Movie magic.
I'm not gonna. I was totally working on Raven's mask because I'm like, I'm gonna make more Ruby props. I made a motorcycle. How hard can a mask be? The mask is actually harder. Don't ask me how.
Yeah. I absolutely get that.
I can see that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of like the dome shape on the head. Like the side piece was easy. I'm working on the dome, and it's kind of, anyways. Maybe it'll be pictures
and masks.
Yeah, it's a butt. So I'm trying to make it look pretty, and then I'm gonna move on to the rest of it. But that was doing that. It was asked to come join. So I got a lot of stuff going on at KRWBY. We're working on like two scripts right now. There's 2 more that we need to do, and then we're gonna go through and do all the mocapping. So I gotta do like 5 days worth of model work to get all that ready. There's probably like 2 weeks to 3 weeks worth of mocapping that's got to be done between all the projects.
Wow,
so, that's not even counting the abridged. That's a whole nother story.
What's like the turnaround on one of the VR chat shorts?
About a month and like usually 40 days.
That's crazy.
But there's normally like 30 people who work on a singular short.
Man, that is crazy.
The longest me and Cake have ever worked on a project has been like week to 2 weeks.
I spent 5 minutes on the one video I made.
A lot of the holdup with them happens in the mocapping because we're not animating, we're motion capture, whatever. We have to have like 7-8 people to mocap and film and do all that stuff because none of us are talented animators. So we just go, yeah, let's mocap. It'll look better than anything we could ever animate anyways. And it'll take 2 seconds compared to whatever. But then again, it's like an actual production. If you've ever been on a movie set, you'll spend 8 hours filming a singular scene.
Yep. Wow. I know what it's like to see 2 hours turn into 3 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. So we definitely, like this Slash short, the Welcome to KRWBY, I think took us like a week and a half to film. But we were on the ball with it. I can't imagine what it would have been like if we weren't.
Was that the last one was like the intro to the KRWBY, right?
Yeah, it was a parody of our parody group. So
that was really great. I enjoyed that one.
It's just literally everyone. We're like, how can we overly personify ourselves within these characters? But then for me, it was just like, let's make Ruby a total jerkwad. And I just got to be like a super angry, like set ruler of sorts.
So. In other words, the opposite of Ruby.
Yeah, we always joked about like, what would it be like if Ruby was like, if anyone needs me, I'll be in my trailer. And so I've literally made that joke for over a year now. And the fact that we finally got to use it in something makes me so happy.
I love when that happens.
Where like Weiss would be super nice and be like, "Oh, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I hope you didn't take anything personally." Ruby be like, "Get out of my face. I don't want to talk to you right now." Anyway,
well done on that.
It takes a long time, and I want to cry because I'm usually in the A to Z process from storyboarding or concepting to storyboarding to scripting to the whatchamacallit, what am I thinking of? The first read through with most of the cast involved. Then we go to the directing with individual people recording. Then we get to audio premix. Then it goes to the radio play. From radio play, it goes to filming. From filming, it gets edited and then goes back to audio for them to do the cleanup. And it's a long process.
God.
And then we have a Foley artist. Then we have a music composer. By the time that's all said and done, eventually it comes back around for the final picture lock, and then I get to sit down and approve it.
For perspective, Cake.
Crazy. I'm going to take the next 30 minutes.
Laser 2. Explain that one.
Let me explain the process, the long and complicated process that it takes to make a Cake video. I do everything. The end.
Oof.
Yo, well,
I did that at first with shorts, to be fair. That was all me. The Yang short, if you ever watched the Yang and Blake one, the first one, that's like How to Train Your Doggo, that was all my terrible work. Literally me from A to Z with like editing and trying to mocap. It was terrible. I was mocapping Yang.
Having to do everything is not something that you want to brag about because, like, it's not fun. You start the project at the beginning of the month, and then a month passes, and your back hurts, and you're slightly fatter, and your head is hurt, and by the end of it, you're like, video!
That's a mood. Man, like I said, I did the original ones, and I'm so glad I don't do that anymore. Managed to go like, hey, friends, let's do this video stuff when I got cast in Ruby Abridged, and I prosed the idea for a couple weeks before we actually did anything with it. So then I just pulled all my VR chat friends, and we just made it happen.
Cool.
Nice. So,
and I look forward to
if they watch it still know.
So much for a surprise.
The team knew, and obviously you're listed as like team in the server, but some people are oblivious to the obvious. So
that's okay. Cool. The thing that I did last time with the podcast is that I censored spoilers with crow sounds.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, then I guess that's everyone's caught up on like, personal. Oh wait, no, I didn't do anything about myself. Long story short, I'm not doing weekly videos anymore because I'm putting my effort. Me and Sarge are putting our effort into a new show called Practical Filmmaking, where I talk about filmmaking, specifically like practical effects, special effects, and not just film concepts, but how to actually apply them on set. And I'm going to see how that goes. And in addition to the podcast and some of the third thing.
Yeah, it's transitional, all of it. And Speaking from secondhand experience, Cake's been doing a lot of work trying to do the weekly animation, the animation analysis. I saw him grow a lot and find out a lot of new things about himself that he didn't know.
And shrink a lot because my back is messed up.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's not actually. It's you can't help but slouch after you've been sitting in the same place for 8 hours straight.
That's a mood. I can relate to that. That was me after working on Yang's. Like, I'm like, oh god, my back, my leg,
my leg.
The perfect
it is
bike riding stance.
Bike riding stance.
The perfect bike riding stance. Just hunch your
perfect.
entire back over the bike and become one.
So yeah, to tie up that little announcement, Cake is going every
rogue.
2 weeks, except these podcasts, which will come every month, hopefully. Assuming I do my job next time as a podcast producer.
Yes, Sarge, do your job. Jeez.
Do your job or I won't pay you less more than what you already don't get paid.
I did my job by not going to sleep at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right.
Is our actual first topic on the list?
Well, the first actual topic is Star Wars.
Well, all right then. Let's talk about Star Wars.
So, as your resident Star Wars expert,
I've seen a Star Wars. I just need to iterate
tell us all about what you have seen of Star Wars. Recount what you remember.
Young Anakin. That's it. That was the whole movie.
Okay, so that's a lot to go off of.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. It's a pretty accurate assessment.
Whoa.
Right. Well, jumping from episode 1 to episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker is coming out next December.
Hey, Rise of Skywalker. The trailer let basically nothing on.
Yeah.
They will go to a desert planet, and the Death Star is there, and Lando is there, and
what is the significance of the old guy laughing? Because my boss said that it was really super important because he's been like dead for 20 years, like the end of the trailer.
So, do you remember the senator that the Queen went to?
No.
The old guy. Really?
He has a very small role in the Phantom Menace.
Queen Amidala.
Queen Amidala. If I may say so, Your Majesty, that's how it sounds.
Wow, that's the first Star Wars line.
That was a really good description. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So,
are we talking about Chancellor Sheev Palpatine of Naboo?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me how old he is in the Phantom Menace.
He is not young, but not that
You failed me. I thought you were going to give me the exact age.
I used to know it off the top of my head.
Well,
that's okay. I forgive you because you can still make Geonosian noises.
As the only question I can ask from this list
is I don't know his birthday. Like, if I knew what his birthday was, BBY, I can tell you how old he is.
What?
There's a name.
Do they still use months?
No.
They don't use months.
No, not really.
It's just years before or since Yavin.
Yeah.
What did they do before Yavin?
There in Legends, there was the Hyperspace War, was one that was kind of loosely used as a frame of reference. But typically, ever since the original trilogy came out, we've been using Yavin as a way to measure time.
Cool.
Like you won't typically see a Legends article that doesn't use BBY as a frame of reference for time. However, the months are named in one Legends source, but I don't believe they come into canon yet.
Was there something more inclusive to
Well, technically yes. The release of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge teaser.
That's not a Wowboo thing, but yeah, cool.
There is that.
They're gonna make real Star Wars somewhere on the world, and you can go there for real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Disney. I think Disney World.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a Disney World thing.
Star Wars Land, man.
They're doing. The thing that really blew me away was hearing someone say, "I walked around the corner and they were roasting Ronto meat with an old pod racer."
Also, along with that, Star Wars is coming out with, as far as I'm aware, at least 2 novels that are due to come out in August, as well as a comic book run that is currently running, where it's going through. It's all based on the planet, which I believe is called Batu.
Yeah.
Do you guys know about the Mando Netflix series that's coming out?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I have some friends who are working on that set.
Oh my god.
So cool.
They're out in Santa Monica. So it was pretty cool because I went and stayed with them, and of course they're all hush hush because they're under contract. And I was like, cool, I'm not into Star Wars, but if I was, I'm sure this would be eating me alive.
The thing so the thing about The Mandalorian for me is not that it's about Mandalorians or Star Wars or anything in particular. It's the fact that they were doing miniature motion camera photography for spaceship scenes. They were actually building a miniature, doing a motion control rig. The
people I know are the ones building the sets. The miniature
that's
sets.
Crazy. Oh my god.
They're part of the team.
I can't believe that. It's been like 30 years. Maybe maybe 15, 20 years since a major motion picture has actually used miniatures.
I guess I never really thought about that would be such a big deal.
I really want that industry to come back. I'm banking on it. I need to have that job.
That's fair.
You already demonstrated you could do it with do-it-yourself Star Wars.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
I already did that. That's technically, that was the first episode of practical filmmaking. Technically. It will be nothing like the second episode of practical filmmaking, but it's technically the pilot.
And of course, everybody else's favorite thing.
Anime?
Well, one more thing before anime. It's a series. It's Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7.
Hey!
With Ahsoka Tano, everybody's favorite girl, coming back.
Yes, Ahsoka Turns. I actually like her. Yeah.
She is good. I didn't like her at first, to be quite frank, but she grew on me over the years.
Yeah. I feel like that was a lot of the fandom. A lot of the fandom, it seemed to hate her at first.
I mean, Star Wars The Clone Wars didn't get a great introduction because George Lucas
rushed the first movie.
Bless him. Was like, hey, these 3 episodes you're working on? Yeah, man, what's up? Hey, let's turn that into a movie. Why? Why? No. Why? Do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it. Want to know something else?
What?
Because of that, do you know what you have to do to watch the entire series in chronological order?
Disney Plus.
Low blow.
Yes.
Is it a lie though? That's the real question. Because the answer
is so basically, what you have to do is go to a final list online with all the episodes, and in the middle of that list is an entire friggin' movie to watch in order to keep going.
I'm glad that I watched it in chronological order, though, because I can't imagine it making any sense if I hadn't.
I wonder if they'll reorder
it. It's weird. I guess they were like, hey, you know what? Our movies are out of order. Why shouldn't our episodes of our TV show be out of order?
Yeah, but I followed it pretty well.
I haven't watched it non-chronologically, but
I got introduced to my favorite Duros that way. So
Ooh.
Gotta get me some of that Cad Bane action.
Man, I miss that dude. He was so cool.
I wish I could make my voice sound like his voice all the time.
Yeah, believe me, I tried.
Well, on that note, we move into the realm of anime.
I love anime.
Yes, you do. You've professed it to the world that you love this character and that character, and who knows how to pronounce that name.
Listen, tell me Best Girl.
You're Best wrong. Girl is...
We're talking Persona 5 here, by the way.
If we're talking Persona 5, it's that new girl. I don't remember how to say her name. It's like Kazumi. It's something like that. It's like Koi and then Zuma or Zumi.
Koi Zumi.
Gotta get those zoomies in your skin, from the nuclear reactors.
Sounds like a personal problem there.
If I search Koi Zumi, I don't get an anime girl.
I got an anime man who was a former. Shit, I didn't mean to say anime man.
Best grill anime man. Cool.
Yo,
Cool story.
I got Junichiro Kazumi, who was a former prime minister from 2006.
An anime man.
Okay. I feel so ashamed right now.
You should. You should.
You should. Oh,
I feel like that's low key racist, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
And banned on Twitch, banned on YouTube. Just
you know what? Just banned it everywhere.
This entire clip is just one long.
Just not. Did I say koi? I meant ka. My bad. Kazumi.
Anyway, moving on to the Persona 5 news.
I got Tekken.
Look up Kazumi Yoshisawa.
There you go. As Helmsman mentioned, Persona 5 R has been revealed quite a while ago.
The Royal.
Yes, the Royal.
I got a piano
I
teacher.
think it's supposed to be sort of Persona 5's P4G.
Yep, P4G or P3 Fez, if you will.
Yes. A extended edition, if you will.
Yep. They're adding what one could assume is like at least 2 new confidants, as well as a human form for everyone's favorite cat who tells you to go to bed.
Wait, really?
If you have seen the blue-haired man with the blue eyes who looks gorgeous, that is Morgana.
That's Morgana?
That is Morgana. Confirmed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, blue-haired man with the blue eyes, Morgana. That's him. They also have a doctor at the school now, which is pretty neato. That's not the doctor, but a doctor. I'm pretty sure he's going to be more like a therapist or like a guidance counselor as opposed to an actual doctor, but I don't read Japanese. Well, I only know how to say Genji quotes. Mada mada. Nani?
That'll never not be funny.
Timmy? Yameyo!
Weren't you worried about being racist earlier? Well done. That was convincing.
Look. All I know how to do is read names.
I can't even do that. I just quoted Black Butler.
I can read names.
I can speak Rhodian.
Pas français, toi?
Nine.
Ich bin Brot in the Wasser.
Why?
Wow.
Why?
Cake's been trying so hard to learn German.
I am German, though. Not that I speak German, but I started learning it. I just literally said I am bread and water.
I know. I'm aware. That is something I do know how to speak somewhat kind of weirdly. I just it just popped into my brain one day. I was sitting in Latin class, doing as you would do, in Latin, read German.
Yeah.
So I was doing a research paper on Emperor Nero, and I was just casually reading out this webpage, that had solid information about Nero. And my friend looks up, she looks to me, and she's like, "Hey, how the are you reading that?" And I'm like, "Well," I look back at the page, it's in German, and I'm like, "Huh, I guess I could read German. That's pretty cool. Didn't know I could do that."
What?
Yeah, it's in my mind, it's so close to English that I could just read it as if it's English and have a rough understanding of what
You know
it's
what? That's
saying.
fair. I haven't actually tried learning any other different languages, but German and English are extremely similar.
Like it was like super weird. Like it was crazy.
Speaking of Germans, Cake, you kind of forgot to mention something that we got to do this month.
Oh, well, I mean, it wasn't crazy interesting. We went to a...
It wasn't that cool, but you're like, really, it was.
It wasn't that cool. I held hands with Tom Cruise on a yacht on the way to the moon. It was cool, but I mean, not that cool.
You're forgetting to mention that you had a rose gold watch.
Yeah, it was a rose gold iWatch, Apple Watch. Damn it. My cred is gone.
With the brand new iPhone 11, he went up into outer space holding Tom Cruise's hand.
That's not our advertising segment. Wait.
We're not sponsored by Apple.
Long story
totally are.
Long story. Wow, how can you imagine? That would be awesome. I wouldn't even protest that. Long story short, we went to a German beer garden here in Tejas, America, and my dad got really drunk, and I had a Reuben and bratwurst.
Where might one inquire about this beer garden? Because I'm gonna be in Tejas in like 2 months.
Depends on where in Tejas.
The Beethoven
Austin.
musical? Not a musical, is it?
It's a Beethoven is a. I don't know what you call it.
Bar.
A beer garden bar. Yeah.
Beethoven is a musician, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
they have a bust of him inside. But it's just a bunch of people drinking beer out of steins and replacing the lyrics from popular songs with things relevant to beer and being German. It was neat.
Seems like my kind of place.
Several Ein Prosits were chanted, and it was lovely
Sounds
live music.
fantastic.
Guess how old I am.
Old enough.
Guess how old I am, though.
You're 12. Get over yourself.
Well, that's actually true. Legit true.
Found it out. Revealed to you straight on episode 2 of the Cake Station podcast.
On episode 2 of the
This is
Cake
a
Station
12-year-old.
podcast.
Wait,
Yeah.
Cake, hold on. Hold on.
What?
By what logic? You've been doing this for how long?
I've been doing this
YouTube
for
business?
8 years.
4 years old, man, starting
You
early.
would have been 4 years old by your first video, and honestly, I don't disagree with that.
You know what?
You've heard my voice.
The grind doesn't ever stop. You know, if you start early enough, you know, you just ride that wave. Eventually, you'll find a trend. That's what happened to every other popular YouTuber. That's what we're doing right here, right now.
YouTube came out in 2005, and 3 months later, I started.
YouTube came out in 2005, and 3 months later, here I am.
Oh, so you were born in 2005.
Actually, I was born in the year 2525, and I'm here from the future.
Yes.
Isn't this a time paradox?
So we haven't talked about we haven't talked about the next topic that's on here.
Yeah, there's 2 more topics, and then we're done.
There's 2 more subtopics, although I would definitely like to delve more into Star Wars if that's okay. And then
that's fun.
What would you like to talk about at Star Wars? Because P5S kind of met with mixed reception, and Joker and Smash is an old news bit.
Talk about Joker and Smash.
I was prepared to talk about Persona first.
Well done.
So everyone was super hyped, right, about Persona 5 on the Switch, and then they got bamboozled and got P5S. I almost said P4S. That's not a thing. P5S, which is basically just Dynasty Warriors style game,
Persona,
but with Persona characters, which I'm not opposed to the idea. I would love to beat up a bunch of shadows as Joker. That sounds great.
Cake, I know you don't know anything about Dynasty Warriors.
No, I know everything about Dynasty Warriors.
Just imagine you.
Do you remember?
I have actually seen gameplay of Dynasty Warriors. Continue.
Okay, good, because I was about to make a comparison to For Honor.
How?
No one knows what For Honor is. Keep going.
And that was revealed for the Switch, and everybody's super butthurt about it because like, I wanted to play my favorite JRPG of 2016 on the go. Damn. Pretty sure that's not the release year of Persona 5, but the joke still stands.
I thought Persona 5
I was right. It was September 15th, 2016. God, I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
And then also, as everybody is very well aware, by the time this comes out, that Joker got into Smash, which kind of leads into the whole P5S thing. And you know, his kit's pretty busted. My favorite abilities include gun and gun.
Don't forget Kirby gun.
Hey,
Kirby
but
gun.
Is it also a gun?
It is a gun. It is in fact gun and more gun.
Also a gun.
Speaking of which, we should talk about Ruby at some point, but continue.
Yes.
So there's gun and then more gun, and then he summons his persona Arsene, and he's super OP like every other DLC character that's ever existed in the Smash game. Except for Piranha Plant, which makes me real sad because I like Piranha Plant. And now let's journey into the stars. That's my segue into Star Wars news. again.
Well, we have no more Star Wars news, so
Whoa! Are you forgetting to mention the fact that my boy Dooku got his own audiobook?
And it's sick.
And it's amazing. It gives you so much lore without spoiling anything. So
Wait,
much
isn't
more
it
about
Qui-Gon
Dooku.
Jinn? Isn't
Qui-Gon Jinn is in it, and his voice is pretty solid. I will say the voice actor they got is decent. He's it's decent. And
we
then
really need to see more of Qui-Gon and everything.
See, because that's like this month. Like April was just like, hey, prequel guys, we know we've given you a lot of flack before because, circa 2008, everybody hated the sequels. Now that there's a sequel trilogy, y'all are right. So April this month brought us Master and Apprentice, which is just a bunch of Qui-Gon and Apprentice Obi-Wan lore, and then Dooku Jedi Lost, more of your favorite freaking prequel characters, or my favorite prequel characters, seeing as I feel like me and Dooku got that special spiritual relationship going on. And then, yeah, it was really good. Lots of lore for Dooku, a little bit of lore for...
How long is it?
It is about 6.5 hours long. I did that in one day because I'm a madman. I love Dooku.
No, you're just devoted.
There is one last bit of Star Wars news that I just remembered.
Which is?
Calling all Battlefront 2 players. You are needed in capital supremacy.
Oh, hear this.
Anyway.
Or I could do
droids.
Or I could do
those wrist rockets.
I could do the Clone Wars TV show accent. Together, brothers, we're going to capture as many command points as possible.
Good job.
I'm Commander Rex.
Voice.
Fives. You have to capture as many command posts as possible. Unless you don't want the awesome new Leia skin.
In which case, get out of my game.
Get out of my game. Roger.
Roger.
I had to turn my head 90 degrees to do that voice.
That's an interesting.
If you have to turn your head, I can't say anything. I do stupid things for Ruby. Never mind. I resend my statement.
No, say it.
I'm turning my head sideways and I'm weird and potato.
Okay,
I'm doing that weird.
There was something
weird
Ruby.
anime thing.
I have to crane my head forwards to do my kid voice.
I have to swallow my Adam's apple to do my 1920s voice.
How do you do that? Like, let me just. Okay, we're good.
So fortunately, I don't have one, so that's not a problem.
I mean, I barely have one, to be fair, but I just kind of like constantly swallow, and it just sucks in my Adam's apple, and then I have a nice smooth throat.
So
nice, nice smooth throat.
You gotta get that nice smooth.
So I heard you like jazz.
So I heard you like jazz.
No, somebody lied to you, okay? We both can't like jazz.
So I heard you like really bad country rap.
Country rap!
Country rap! Take me back to the plaque.
On Fallout 76. You don't know what's going on.
Let's talk about the latest video game release. Star Wars Jedi Power Battles just came out.
Jedi Power.
We spent enough time on Star
during
Wars.
Celebration. Star Wars Fallen. Dance Dance Revolution was.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about it. That's not a good sign because I'm actually excited for it.
What is it? Fallen Jedi or something?
Fallen Order.
Yeah, that one. It's a Jedi. There's falling. I'm going on. It's fine.
Jedi and falling. It's like
Jeremiah
sort of.
Valeska is going to be a Jedi.
I did notice a lack of Duros and or Bith in the trailer, however, and that upsets me to no end.
Yeah, it seems like a personal problem.
See, because if I don't get my favorite musical instrument playing pals, or my favorite species that just kind of does stuff, like what What am I doing? Why am I even here?
Why?
Despite the fact that, I can't name any Jedi that are also Duros off the top of my head. I can name a Sith Lord though. That is
not off the top of my head, but I guarantee you there's at least one Duros Jedi.
There's like 3.
What is the name of the Parasaurolophus Jedi? The one with the long dinosaur. He's a dinosaur Jedi.
I don't remember.
I'll put him up on screen. There he is. Oh,
I found him.
Oh, there he goes off the side.
Still don't know.
Good job, Django. Good shot.
You killed a dinosaur. Well done, Django.
I mean, a meteor did that about 65 million years ago, so...
Yeah. He was just cleaning up.
Right. Everybody's favorite bounty hunter, Django Fett, finished the job. Or if you're me and you're weird, your favorite, original trilogy bounty hunter is fucking Dengar.
Yeah.
Dengar.
You're gonna take a dirt nap.
Oh. Okay.
Speaking of which, Ruby?
Huh?
Ruby.
We found Ruby's here.
Ruby.
Yeah?
Ruby's here, everyone.
Oh. Yeah, I've been here the whole time. Whole dang thing.
Apologies. It's been
Apology
a lot of Star Wars
accepted, Captain Nida.
that 2 people are talking to each other about.
No, it's cool.
You guys were doing your thing.
What?
Talking about Star Wars and doing the cool stuff.
What did you think of the 6th Rowby?
Yeah, Volume 6 was our last topic.
Oh, Volume 6 Rowby?
Volume 6 Rowby.
I feel like I'm pretty easy to please. You like showing me things like, oh, cool, thanks. That's what I wanted. So, I mean, there's some really cool fight scenes. I just like Ruby going in slow-mo. I was like, oh, this is what it looks like. I mean, what it looks like when I see things. Yeah, totally. Not talking in the third perspective. That would be weird.
Ruby's my favorite character.
Oh, man, dude, tell me about it. Thanks, I'll be here. I really liked it. I really like Maria. I like her sassiness.
Oh,
and talking
Maria's
about
a
sticks
good
being up
character.
butts. Can you imagine it? And just Maria be like, well, back in my day when the stick was shoved firmly up Cordo's rear, still there to this day. She's kind of a problem.
Something tells me we were expecting
That's
a new
how we
character
used
in
to
Ruby
discipline
Bridge.
children.
I use the stick for disciplining the children, but don't tell them that.
Don't tell the children about the stick?
Don't know about the stick.
What do you mean, stick? I'm not liking where this is going. This isn't about you right now, because right now I'm hearing a whole lot of bullshit.
This is amazing.
It's just what I do. In all seriousness, I actually knew about Maria before the season started. I just didn't know her name.
Wow.
I was really excited to see her, and I didn't think I'd like her as much as I did. But Melissa Sternberg, who voices Maria, both versions, young and old, was a phenomenal voice actress. Her efforts for Maria were just mind-blowing to me. But
Wow.
I hate people. People are entitled to their opinions with the series. Again, I'm really easy to please, and I'm like, oh, Ruby, yay. It's funny because I made a comment when we were doing a stream talking about Ruby when they were coming out, when the episodes were coming out, about how the environmental art looked so much better to me. It didn't look like there was a bunch of repeated stuff, which is obviously a modeling secret. And then my this one dude that I know that's an environmental artist on Ruby goes, that's funny. No, we copied a whole lot of stuff. And I was like, well, okay, thanks. Just more creative copying. Yeah, and it was very creative copying of their own work, because they had actually I was kind of elaborated on how they set up their environments and how they concept them, and they literally make like 4 or 5 different window frames, 4 or 5 different doors, 4 or 5 different like building fronts, and then they just swap them and color swap. That's literally all they do. And
they had to make a lot of stuff for the new city, right?
Look.
They did. Yeah, they definitely made a lot, but the catch-22 is, again, it's all the same base. It's just, it's like using a character creator in like, say, Skyrim. You have all these options, so you can make so many different characters, but at the end of the day, it's really just, 6 or 7 different of the X, Y, and Z. and you
Right.
mix and match, you get totally different things every time. So
Man, it's
You know-
so cool
you know-
to know that the professionals even do that.
See,
yeah, oh yeah, that's how all of Ruby has been done.
if creative copying got me through high school, it can get Ruby through any volume and any book I've ever had. All right.
That's not a good piece of evidence.
It's
Whoa
not,
there.
not creative copying as in like stealing anything. I'm saying creative copying as they conveniently and in a very smart way.
Creative
up-
duplication.
Yes,
They
see,
took their
okay.
own set design, their concept artist. I can't remember their name for the life of me, but the main environmental conceptual artist. And they go, okay, here's what we drew up. They take it to the modeling team. Modeling team goes, okay, we're gonna make this, and creates this wonderful environment. So it's really cool to see how that played out. I also knew some things about this. Like I said, I knew about Maria. I knew about some other things in the season
That's
before it
neat.
happened. It's kind of neat and at the same time sucks. I was hanging out.
Yeah,
with,
I absolutely get that.
I was hanging out with another friend playing a game, and I'm not gonna say who they are, but I'm gonna say that they're a Valator's. And somebody mentioned while we were hanging out, and this rando was like, Cinder's totally dead, and that totally sucks. I think they wasted her character. And this person hops is like, whoa, like, hey, there's not a body, just it's all. And so I literally just kind of like, what do you mean? What if? Because nobody else knew that this person may or may not have worked for a particular company, but he was very adamant about it.
Yeah, they're
Are they-
totally from Pixar.
It's
Yeah,
definitely not Booster Beef.
It's definitely not Cockbite. Definitely.
Yeah,
Not.
definitely not.
It's not Chicken Tooth either.
It's
No.
definitely not my favorite band from the early 2000s.
Oh my gosh.
Weezer?
I was gonna say,
Smash Mouth?
yeah, but I was trying to put chickens with it, and it didn't work.
But-
Chicken, poetry mouth didn't sound right in my head. Neither did chicken mouth. I was going through I was going through birds in my head like none other. I was like, I gotta like super speak. Let me get some of this
Arrow
speed
Tom?
I
voice
don't know,
real
speak
quick
for
and just
yourself.
speed
Poultry
through it.
Mouth sounds like a really good band name.
Look, all right.
Poultry Mouth.
I don't do anything creative with my life. So anytime
Yo,
I come
what
with
is up?
something-
We are Poultry Mouth. Our
And
first
we're here
song
to-
here is going to be French fries.
Oh yeah, I got a deep
What
fried
about-
potatoes.
What about like deep fryer? That should be a song.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Deep Fryer sounds like it would be a good song.
Deep fryer
Yeah.
sounds like a pretty
Looks like I'm
Um,
gonna upload Deep Fryer to my SoundCloud next week.
vegetable
great.
oil on my skin.
Can we just go start a band? Can we
It
just?
burns.
Yeah, I know how to play a musical instrument.
I know how to sing, kind of.
Yeah,
You
I
can
can
sing,
I can sing
kinda.
and
I
play.
have a portfolio here.
I could sing and play literally any instrument you want me to.
Literally
sing
anything.
obnoxiously as Ruby. Like
This'll be the
Um,
day we waited for. This'll be the day we open up the door.
anyways,
French fries.
one of these days, I feel like Lindsay Jones is gonna walk up and punch me in the face,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna thank her for it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I would do the exact same thing. If somebody that, if I were to ever do anything important with my life and then meet someone who is also doing a similar thing that's also just as important in their life, I would love to get punched in the face by this person. However,
Lindsay
Parody
you know
is
what?
the highest form of flattery.
Lindsay Jones is the nicest person ever, and the most awkward thing in the world is she watches The Abridged. So she knew who
You
I
know
was
what?
when we met, and I wanted to die.
I mean, think
That's
about
crazy.
it. Wouldn't you?
Also, I just want to preface that if I ever have a fan, I will punch them in the face despite what they do.
whoa,
Thanks
dear.
for the suggestion.
You did not punch me in the face.
Oh, yeah.
No. Not as far as they know.
Oh, wait, what?
Okay, moving on.
I was asleep.
This is
for
not a
very
cover
long-
up.
You were asleep, which
I was
means that
as-
anything could have happened.
Cake, you were trying to sneak up on me the entire night.
Yeah, I was trying to kill
Whoa.
Sarge.
Yeah, I was successful in the
Wow.
Anyways,
The
like
the attempt
Oh.
of his life has left him scarred.
total kind of, I guess, wrap up on my thought is I really liked how Ruby grew and developed, kind of, because I felt like we got to see a darker side of her. She's always been so happy, and she's always kept that guard up despite 2 close friends dying and like having to cope with that, dealing with all that loss and whatnot going on. And then to see her kind of lose it over, I feel like something so much smaller is like, it just shows that she's hit that tipping point. And it was very nice to see that she's not always perfect, that even she makes mistakes, and not in like a cute naive sense, but kind of in the how she handled her problems.
Yeah,
she got mad, threw it and smashed a bottle, but she also stepped up and really owned the responsibility of being the team leader. And I imagine,
I was about to say, the train scene at the very beginning of the volume was like, she immediately took charge. That surprised me.
Yeah. Did it just die? Did my internet just die?
Nope,
No,
you're still
you're
here.
still here.
Okay, I was like, it just like went boop and audio cut out. But the thing that killed me the most, and I kind of sat there and thought, was Crow was like, when did you grow up? And Ruby turns and looks at him, and it's just kind of like this smile across her face. And I bet he was thinking of that same emotion, like, you know, seeing almost summer in her, because it was this longing but sad, not longing in like a romantic way, but this sort of like almost sense of accomplishment, like you've made it. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, I want to know more about Summer. Like, give me the down low. I need to know about my mom, okay?
I don't know who she is, but I stole her outfit and recolored it, all right?
Because Ruby
really
was only like
thing.
4. She was only like 4, I think, when her mom died, roughly.
Somewhere around.
Wow.
She was really young. So honestly, she probably didn't remember her much at all. So that's the thing where it's like, okay, this flashback scene and, you know, all this stuff goes on. It's like, oh, Summer on a hill. Spoiler. Oh, my doggos, they were mad about that apparently. And it's like, she was so young. So why was that such, I mean, I get it. Her mom has significance. There's pictures, but why was that a memory? And what significance did she play? So,
Are you looking forward to volume 7?
Yes, because I know it's going to be lit. Rooster Teeth has they're top of the top working on it, of course.
Nice.
And like I said, not that I don't know anything about this new season other than that I know 100% sure that Winter's going to be there. That's 100%. I know that. And that is about it. That's all I know. There's some speculations, but
we
yeah.
We got the scoop.
Listen, if I know, man, I'll tell you.
Winner. You know what?
Breaking news! We know that Winter is going to be in season 7 of RWBY.
I mean, it was kind of a given, but I'm just
Yeah.
going to say that some people weren't smart when they said things. That wasn't from my supposed source. That was from the horse's mouth.
Nice.
I have deep
I would like to
underground
take-
connections.
I would like to take this moment to go, hey, Rooster Teeth, I'm jobless. Hey, I'm here. Hey, hi.
Hey, Rooster Teeth.
Hey,
I'm
Tina, can you introduce me to your attractive friend, Rooster Teeth?
I can totally get you to their inbox. So if you want to send, application in, you can.
Yo, let me
He
slide
has.
into
No,
those
I've already
DMs.
done that.
Okay. Have you not talked with any of the animation department?
Nope.
Okay. Well, we're gonna fix that. You're going to RTX, yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm gonna try.
Okay. Well, let me know if you go, because there's some plans afoot. Okay.
Well, let me be a part of this. I'm not going to share anything here.
Yeah.
But I'm real good at taking a plan and just fucking doing it.
Nice job. You have to pay $20 now into the swear jar.
Wow.
I have this stupid, uncanny, dumb luck about just like making friendships with people that I was like, wow, I don't know how this happened, but it did. Cool.
I'm more force my way through.
I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna be like, Lindsay, please adopt me, and she'll look at me and be like, yo, you're 3 years younger than me. Calm down.
Where's the
And I'll be like,
paperwork at?
that's okay. That's okay. I'll just quit my day job. This will be fine, and you can just adopt me. Problem solved.
Yeah,
Easy
I mean,
peasy.
there's probably
So that's how I do it. I'm gonna ask Bernie Burns to adopt me, and then I'll become the lead animator of RWBY.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's 100% how it works.
Awesome.
I feel
I'm
like Gus would
booking
be
my
more
flight.
accepting.
Well, isn't that how all large productions work? You just become
I'll be honest.
one
it's who
giant
you know.
family.
It's who you know.
It's absolutely who you know. That's why film school doesn't do anything.
I mean,
It's not gonna guarantee you connections with people. You have to make those yourself.
But the good thing is obviously like going to conventions and things like that. RTX is such a great chance to get in touch with some of those people. And one of the best things I feel like Lindsay has ever said, I was at a panel and when I met her last year, and she's like, the best thing you could ever do if you want to do something and you're not sure where to start and you're like going to conventions is talk to people, network. There's so many industry guests that go to conventions. You can easily make the connection all day long. It's just how you make it. You can't just walk in and expect to get, everything handed to you, but you start small. And once you kind of get your foot in the door, it's really easy to kind of just one person leads to another and they go, oh, well, you're friends with so-and-so. So that makes you credible. So.
Makes sense.
And then by the end of it all, you rule the world.
Yeah, that's how that works.
This is how.
I mean, if Critical
by
Role
the
is
end of
any
it, you get a
gauge, you know?
Tesla.
Look. Just look at it this way, all right? If Schneeve.
Schneeve?
Hold on.
Winter Schneeve?
Nope. We were talking about Ruby and it's stuck. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm just gonna breathe in. Sheev Palpatine has taught me anything. It's one day the Sith will rule the galaxy. And then they did. So and he started real small, senator.
At last we will have a revenge, and then they got it.
And then he started small. He started small as a senator on the planet of Naboo, and by the end of it, he was,
he was Emperor of the Galaxy.
Like God Emperor of the Galaxy. Like, I mean, what more can you ask for, really? And then he had a Black Knight just doing his dirty work for him. He didn't have to do shit.
I met one of the dudes who works on Ruby playing VR chat, so you never know where you're gonna meet someone. And then honestly, when he said he was, we're like, nah, fam, you making this up. And sure enough, he sent his profile and whatnot, linking to his stuff. And we're like, well, we're either gonna get a cease and desist, or this guy is just here to hang out and have a good time. So we all kind of like had a stroke. But he's easily one of my, really close friend now.
If I met one of somebody that I would like to know that I was passionate about through a video game, I too would have a blood clot in my brain.
That was that's how I felt when haven't you guys played Overwatch? You familiar with it at all?
Yeah,
I've gone with it. I've gone pew as a gorilla monkey.
Do you know who Somber is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, she's voiced by Carolina Ravassa, and long story short, I ended up making her Somber's golden gun, and then during the anniversary event last year, she followed me on Twitter and friended me on Facebook, and I had a stroke. So,
oh my god,
like we were talking through Messenger on Facebook, and we're going back and forth like for months, but I just didn't expect her to do that, and she did, and then I had a stroke.
That's real neat.
It was dumb luck. Like, it started with me just sending her a message being like, hey, thank you for doing what you're doing. You play an awesome character, and I really enjoyed the work that you did as her. And so, she's like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And I was like, well, if you could have anything for the game, what would it be? And she's like, oh, Somber's gold gun, hands down. I'm like, okay, made it for her. Sent it to her. Like, we talked so much. So I wanted to get her. She's like, you don't have to do this. I was like, no, I'm doing it. And, it just sparked a great friendship. But
nice.
We haven't talked more than just mostly in DMs. We've met in person. We've talked in person, but that's about it, really. So
that's so cool.
I'm trying real hard I'm trying real hard to finally be like, you know what? I think about these people a lot. I watch them a lot. I'm just gonna take the plunge and send an email and see what they think.
That's really the best thing you can do is just try. And then you know what? It's all about. You got to pick the right moment too. You don't want to be too ambitious and kind of blow your own chance. Build the credibility, and come back in, and you can own the world in a sense.
The thing that I learned,
it's my goal in life.
The most important thing I learned about collaboration recently was that when reaching out to collaborate, the only things that you can say are, "What can I do for you?" and "What can we do together?" Never start your collaboration with, "What can you do for me?"
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's a good point to wrap this up. Thank you, Tina, for being our first guest on the podcast. Guest? You're the first guest on the podcast.
I'm sorry I ruined it.
Are you kidding me? You saved me.
How did I save you?
By being an amazing person. Thank you. No,
man. Again, I have dumb luck.
By being a thing.
You know what? Just to tell you, Cake, really quick. I know there's somebody who's a fan of yours, and they lost their, I was about to say it, profanity. They lost their crap when you joined the Discord server. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm not going to tell you who it is.
That's cool. I only know one
Wow.
person for certain who knows me, which is Ian. Ian?
Wait, you know Ian? Which
Yeah.
Ian? Ventress?
Ian
Ventress?
Kedward.
Oh, okay. I'm like trying to think.
I think right now he's the lead animator for Ruby Chibi,
That's
but he
pretty cool.
had worked on Ruby, at least for Volume 6. But he actually contacted me and was like, hey man, I've spread your videos to the office and I like your stuff. And
Dude, when
This
they
is
say
neat.
they spread videos through the office, they all generally sit there and watch videos together in the office. Like studio,
That's-
I think it's like, I don't know if it's stage 5, I can't remember, but where my one friend is at, he'll just literally pull up like streams and whatnot in the middle of the office, and like literally there'll just be a bunch of them watching it. They'll be like, oh, look at this stuff, man, this is so cool.
Oh,
I hope
Goals.
my videos make people happy.
I'm sure they do.
Look,
I hope this video makes you happy, dear viewer. This is where I improvise an outro because I didn't write one and no one wants me to write one. So, goodbye, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, good night. We have, no, not potatoes. We have Patreon. I have a Patreon. Donate to my Patreon. There's the link
Nice
right
save.
there.
Nice.
There it
Nice
is.
save.
It's on screen. And there will be a link in the description below. Please share these videos with your friends because unless you want me to die and become a street urchin that likes to eat the dirt off of the bottom of rich people's shoes, then Patreon. Do the Patreon
Quick.
thing, please.
quick, plug my
Plug in my
Twitch.
death.
There we
Oh,
go.
and
There, boom.
Helmsman's Twitch.
There, boom, there
there
it
it
goes.
is.
There,
Oh my
found
gosh,
it.
I can't
and
believe it.
There,
It
there,
nearly
there it
broke the
goes.
screen. I just gotta
There it-
wipe that off.
there-
There it goes.
How?
Okay.
There it goes.
And then just do the that'll also be a link in the description. Comment, like, favorite, subscribe.
and of course,
And
thank
thank
you
you.
again to our special.
Yes, and thank you again to Tina from the KRWBY. We will be collaborating sometime in the future. I look forward to that. Bye.
Don't forget
Bye.
to pay your taxes.
Don't forget to pay your taxes.